Hello humans, welcome to the last video about the modification of general relativity theory regarding the velocity proportional to the distance. And I want to say how that can be derived by the formula of everything regarding what I have explained about planets, galaxies, atoms and so on, that they have a zero and one singularity fluctuation, flat disks in the direction of the fourth space dimension in the dark energy. And these disks have the same mass and energy as the planets and galaxies at once, directly where they are when there is no not considered distances apart from the object. We have this interaction between an object like the sun and the singularities which cause causality in the universe, as chaos in the quantum information space, as flat space under the parallel cosmos, have also classical properties like even the surface as the energy of these singularities, and divided by c squared as the mass of these singularities, which equals the mass of the luminaries. And here we can see that this interaction gives us the possibility to calculate a velocity that is proportional to the distance, and not as for the Newton's law, which is indirect proportional to the distance. And here I explained that the gravitational energy for each distance equals G analytical, which is the side of the micro black holes for the gigaspace. This is the root of 10 times 10 to minus 9 cubic meter per kilogram and second. It's the inverse of the light velocity in time direction. Here we have the analytical nature constants, and here we have the experimental nature constants. And this is a micro black hole, and the depth of the micro black hole is always the verticality, the squared fourth space dimension. A summation of these black holes produce the depth of large black holes in the horizontal space, the large cosmos. And if we have parallel micro black holes, we have the flat space. This I have already explained in the lecture about micro black holes and black holes. Now I calculate for the gravitational energy the squared mass of the sun by the distance. Here for the distance I set here the value 1 for the Schwarzschild radius for the gigaspace. And then we get a gravitational energy. This R here increases here until the distance of between Sun and Earth. This is 1.496 times 10 to 11 meters. And then we get here an energy of the gravitational field, and if it is divided by c square analytical, then we get here the mass of the Earth, the rest mass of the Earth. But in this case, in this moment, we have already mostly nearly the mass of the Earth, because here it depends on free energy. Free energy decides thereover of the dark energy if the rest mass equals already the relativistic, the mass as it is produced by the relativistic properties and the uncertainty properties of the universe. Okay, what I wanted to explain further is we need for the modification of the general relativity theory a curved space of lines, of such lines here, of verticality and horizontality, which is in the circle square even this value here and this value, and the vector, the constant light velocity vector decides there over how high are these values here. Okay, then we have here the gravitational energy divided by c square is the rest mass, and for this distance here, for this distance, we get here the rest mass of the Earth, m2. This is the mass of the Earth, m2. This is m1. Okay. Then we can take the kinetic energy here as m0 times v squared by 2. And this we can calculate the kinetic energy for each point in the space, even to the very small distances of the Schwarzschild radius. We get for each point in the sun, for example, a kinetic energy for the gigaspace. And over micro black holes we come to the quantum mechanical properties, for example, of the helium, the water, the hydrogen fusion to helium, and so on. But that is only one question. How is produced the macroscopic quantum state for the Perpetuum mobile motor, the fusion of materials to helium, how it's always going hand in hand with the production of gamma rays, and they need energy and they need work power and so on. And this is not the future of the humanity. The future of the humanity is, and there cannot be much damage except of the atomic bomb. Always whenever I hear something about the fusion, my brain explodes. Because here we come now into the time age where force, the new substance force, causes motion. The time age, there cannot be made higher explosion energy than by atomic energy. It is over, because therefore it is used constraint forces, and constraint forces can be only done with a certain degree of external supply of energy by the collisions with neutrons, and there's the boundary now reached in the humanity, and this is good. And so now we come to the area where we use only little external stimulation to get a high amount of the new property force to get the rotation of a motor with an efficiency higher than 1, and this is a good thing. Okay. So what I explained is now, but we can understand what happens inside the sun, and this is for a nature process and also for the free energy motor, for the Perpetuum mobile motor, very interesting, if we know the kinetic energies here inside. And so then we can see the velocity is 2 times v kin by m0 and the root of it, and because we know that m0 decreases with the distance, the velocity increases with the distance as long as kinetic energy does not decrease also. And this we have by the formula of everything. We take we can calculate the kinetic energy of the Earth as, I wanted to take skin color because of the thing I have to make advertisement for the sexual component of the universe, but I think it's not so interesting at this moment. Now, imagine this is skin color. It's a little bit skin color. Okay. So okay. And I speak mostly to men, and I don't have to speak with men something sexual because I'm absolutely heterosexual. But this is another question. It's okay. We cannot take the sum of m1 and m2 as the product by r and get the kinetic energy. This is normal, the law of Newton. Then we can take the micro black holes and substitute this here. As we say G experimental, this is I've already now 6.67 times 10 to minus 11 cubic meter per kilogram and second square. This is known from the school as it is the analytical value times the value G bar. It depends on entropy. We can calculate it from the Hawking law. Okay. But then we take the universal force from the formula of everything, what I have already explained, multiplied with r squared, with Newton's law, with the universal force. We know it. It is the root of 10 times 10 to 25, divided by the mass of the Earth, because we have not by far considered this interaction here. Okay, and get G bar. Then we take this kinetic energy, substitute here by G times, and then the G bar, Fu r squared and 2 squared, and then we have also to put in this here. Sorry, is this not wrong? And then I throw this out, I cancel it out. And then I have the formula again. Kinetic energy is equal to G times Fu times R times m1 by m2. And this both we know. And this is together 10 to 17. And so we can calculate the kinetic energy proportional to the distance. And this is gravitational energy by c squared for each point of the space. And then we get boundaries for it. In the middle of the universe, for the atoms, we have for the basic lattice 10 to minus 26 meter per second, and on the border of the universe we have c. Then we have the second boundary pair, and then we can connect the macrocosmos with the microcosmos, the atoms with the whole structure of the universe. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.